Yo guys, break it down show. I'm Key. Just finished watching WWE Raw. What a presentation it was. What a night. Great matches. It was basically like a WrestleMania on a Monday. This was amazing. Kicked off right. Nice little presentation in the ring with the screens. Drops down, Triple H there, does his Are You Ready? And we were ready. The crowd was hot. Yeah, what a way to start WWE on Netflix. So I'm just going to run through really quickly and the things I did like on the show, things I didn't like on the show, and things I'd like to see going forward from this point on. So first of all, let's talk about some of the appearances. We got like The Rock, John Cena was there, The Undertaker made an appearance, Hulk Hogan made an appearance. So there was a lot of star power on the show. Obviously, it's always good to see The Rock. Always good to see The Rock, whether he's face, heel, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's always good to have The Rock around. Cut a nice little promo, say thank you for a lot of things. Talk up the show, talk up Cody Rhodes, talk up Bloodline, talk up what WWE had been doing on Netflix. He's got his little catchphrases going. Like I said, always good to see The Rock. I don't really think there was any bad points about this. Made his appearance and did what he needed to do, really. John Cena, once again, he had us all surprised. We thought we were seeing a different John Cena that had kind of quit on himself, but then he spun it around and entered himself into the Royal Rumble. So things were all good there. Hopefully, there's a few old references of John Cena going forward. Let's see some Doctor of Thugonomics and stuff like that. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens in John Cena's last year. Also, my favourite part of the night, the return of Hulk Hogan. It was my favourite part of the night because we booed him out of the building. We booed that man out of the building. Get Hulk Hogan out of here. Nobody wants him here. So it was only right to boo him out of the building. Promoting his beer and talking about his brothers and let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Yeah, get that out of here. Go away. So yeah, that was my favourite part of the night, showing Hulk Hogan disrespect because we don't want him around here anymore. The Undertaker made an appearance. Obviously, didn't want to walk down to the ring, so he got paid to ride around it. Don't know what that had to do with Rhea. I think that was a bit of an anticlimax. Hearing his dong and then him coming out to his old American Badass music. Like, not really my favourite, but I think WWE wanted a bit of star power on the show, so they just pulled everything out of the hat. Got Travis Scott in from here, Undertaker in from here, like, and just put it all together. Try to fill in the spaces of the adverts, really. So yeah, let's jump right into some of the matches. So first of all, we had the Tribal Combat match between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. I personally thought this was a great match until people got involved. We didn't need outside interference in this match whatsoever. These two were absolutely putting on a show, hard hitting. It felt real. They were executing great moves, taking it in the ring, out the ring. They were fighting with chairs, tables, everything. Then it was ruined by the appearances of everybody else. It just kind of took the shine off what it was meant to be about. It's like they have to use Jacob Fatu's moonsault. They have to have Cody Rhodes in there somewhere to do something. It's just not needed all the time. So I'm glad this, well, in my head, the feud's over. I'm kind of glad. I'm sick of this bloodline story. It's time to move on. Let's get Roman into some proper feuds with some proper heels. Let's get him in a CM Punk WrestleMania or something. Probably a Paul Heyman turn as a promise to CM Punk, to get CM Punk into the WrestleMania main event, maybe. That's what I'd like to see anyway. Something different. Something a bit more raw. Not long storytelling where we're waiting 6 months for a match. Like, we don't want to see that anymore. Going forward, it's pure entertainment. This is Netflix. Everything's got to be right. So the women's world, I keep calling it the heavyweight championship, but it's not. It's just a world championship. That match, for me, again, was good until people got involved. Not needed. Get Dominic out of here. Get Raquel out of here. We don't need them. We just want good matches that don't need other people to get involved to try and hype it up. Like, this was a good match. I like the way Rhea and Liv work together. I think they've always put on good matches together. Never seems one-sided. And then all of a sudden, Raquel with chairs and Dominic with the bow, and like, it all just backfires. Rhea gets the victory finally over Liv Morgan. Hopefully it puts this story to rest. Hopefully this keeps Rhea in the women's category now, where she fights a lot of the women for the bout. Nothing to do with Damien or the Bloodline. I'm sorry, not the Bloodline, the Judgment Day. None of that. We don't want to see any of that anymore. Hopefully she's not involved in Damien and Finn Balor's match next week. She just stays clear of it, starts defending her bout, getting into feuds with top stars. Let's see Bianca Belair, let's see Jade. Only thing I didn't really like about this match is the wrong person returned. The wrong person returned. This was not a time for The Undertaker. This was a time for Charlotte Flair. This is the match I want to see. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. That's the match I want to see. I was a little disheartened when Charlotte Flair didn't return. Hopefully she's back soon, and hopefully it's before the Royal Rumble, not at the Royal Rumble. If it's at the Royal Rumble, then we're all just going to think she's going to win it, and that's not what we want. That's not what we want. We don't want to make it predictable. So hopefully she comes back before the Royal Rumble, starts a little feud somewhere. Hopefully it's with Rhea, and we go on from there to have a great WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso. In my opinion, this was an absolute stinker. Absolute stinker. Nothing happened. We're killing Drew McIntyre's character and what he's here for. He's here to get his revenge, take people out, do stuff like that, and he's losing easy to Jey Uso for no reason, killing storylines. Yeah, I just wasn't a fan whatsoever. The way it finished wasn't for me. And yeah, like, Drew's one of the biggest stars on Raw, I think. He has a lot of potential to help other people thrive, and making him lose so many matches is just not doing anything for me. It's not doing anything for him. Me personally, going forward, I don't want to see Drew McIntyre in too many matches anymore. I want to see Drew McIntyre going on a path of destruction and taking everyone out. Literally everyone out from top to bottom. Bloodline member after bloodline member. I'm Drew McIntyre. You all screwed me. Yeah, as he would say, Jey Uso screwed me. Yeah. Just take out everybody. Everybody going into the Rumble. Have everybody going at Drew when it comes to the Rumble. And then set something up big for WrestleMania. Because he needs to be a main character in the storyline. Not having a match every other week, losing, killing this momentum. Like, it's just not what I want to see. It's not what he needs. He needs to be the biggest heel in the company now. Other than CM Punk, he needs to be the other heel that is going to make this company money. just while I'm thinking about it, what's this with Travis Scott coming out with joints and smoking up the weed and stuff like that on Netflix? Is that what WWE's all about now? Have we just made an absolute U-turn and like what's going on here? But I thought it was a bit pointless Travis Scott being around. Like, who really cares? It's not really part of wrestling. He come out with a bout. If he didn't come out with a bout, then it wouldn't have been anything really. He wouldn't have actually like had anything to do with the WWE. Like, he didn't perform. He didn't even do anything for his entrance or for his music. He just stood there and smoked. So yeah, I think WWE went down the wrong path trying to get all this star power and didn't focus much on what they could have had. They could have had a Braun Breaker. They could have had a Bianca Belair. They had so much wasted talent just sitting in the crowd. It could have been so much better. Seeing so much talent, having more matches, probably some less interviews. Like, what's the interviews all about? New Day tried, but they didn't really put themselves over a while as a really good heel. They tried their corny jokes with Kendrick and stuff like that, but yeah, it wasn't really much. It wasn't really much. So hopefully WWE starts focusing on some of the more talented members that are good wrestlers. Focus more on their matches instead of trying to make people that they're not. Let's be honest, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods suck at this heel stuff. It's not going well. Kind of losing the momentum. Yeah, so hopefully going forward, we're going to focus more on the wrestling and the stars that need to become champions. Speaking of interviews, The Miz, what was that all about as well? Calling out the Wyatt Six, had a little Wyatt Six logo, and then it was done. Like, yeah, it just wasn't very good. Like, keep the interviews out of it. I don't know if I'm missing anything, but let's talk about match of the night. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. This gave me the Attitude Era feeling. This looked personal. It felt personal. It kind of gave me the Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart or Stone Cold versus Triple H. Yeah, it just seemed as real as it can get in wrestling and as real as it can get in a wrestling match. They were hard hitting. I felt like every hit they did was meant, but it wasn't meant to hurt their opponent. So although they did want to punch somebody in the face, they punched them in the forehead hard, if you know what I mean. Instead of punching someone in the actual chin or the nose or whatever, they punched them in places where they can't really get hurt. Let's say punching someone in like the shoulder or the chest. Everything was kind of meant when it came to the hits, the kicks, the rubbing the feet on their face. Like, it just felt real. It just felt as real as it was meant to be. Obviously, I got the result I wanted. CM Punk come out on top with a great finish. Also, we've seen that finish in AEW with Dean Ambrose. So maybe Roman Reigns could be next at WrestleMania. Like I said earlier, with the turn of Paul Heyman, and we could see the exact same finish with Roman Reigns and CM Punk, where he lies on Punk at the end. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, overall, I thought this was a great night. I thought it was a great first show for Netflix. I'm excited to see what they do going forward. Hopefully, SmackDown is the same sort of thing, because they haven't really been promoting SmackDown like that. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens from here on out. Yeah, so I've been Key. Remember to like, subscribe, follow pages, comment on this video and let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you later. Peace.